Jonia lives with her little daughter, Maria. Life is very hard for them. Maria was sick, and Jonia could not pay the hospital bills, so they were sent away. Every morning, Jonia wakes Maria, gets her ready for school, and tries her best to be a good mom, even though they don't have much money. One morning, as they leave their house, Jonia gives some coins to a beggar. The house owner gets angry and yells at her for giving away money while not paying her rent. Jonia promises she'll pay when she gets her work paycheck that day. On the way to school, Maria reminds her mum she needs lunch money for school. Jonia says she will get it after work. Jonia drops Maria at school and rushes to her job. She is late, so her manager scolds her. At work, a customer tries to pay with a gift card, but Jonia can't accept it. The customer gets mad, breaks a bottle, and storms out. Her boss tells her to clean it up fast. Jonia's co-worker asks if she's okay and even offers her money for Maria's medicine, but Jonia says no, they'll be fine after she gets paid. Then, Jonia gets a call from Maria's school asking for money for Maria's food. Jonia promises to pay later. When Jonia asks her boss for her paycheck, he gets mad and refuses to give it to her. She runs to the bank to try and get money, but her account is empty. The bank manager says they will close her account if she can't keep the minimum balance. Jonia goes to Maria's school. She sees the school staff taking Maria away. They say Maria is always late, hungry, and sometimes not very clean. Jonia tries to explain, but they say Maria will be taken care of and the government will check Jonia's home. Jonia begs them not to take her daughter, but they do it anyway. She is heartbroken. On her way back to work, a police officer stops Jonia because her car license is expired, and they take her car away. She returns to her job, and her boss yells at her again for being gone so long. She asks for her paycheck again so she can buy food and medicine for Maria, but her boss says it's in the mail, and then fires her. Jonia goes home and finds all her things thrown outside in the rain by her landlord. She cries, gathers Maria's medicine and toys, and tries to think of what to do. She goes back to her old job to beg for her paycheck, but her boss still refuses. Suddenly, robbers break in, and in the chaos, Jonia ends up grabbing a gun from one of the robbers and shooting him in self-defense. Her boss tries to blame her for everything and calls the police, so Jonia shoots him too, takes her paycheck, and rushes to the bank. At the bank, the security guard almost keeps her out, but the bank manager recognizes her and lets her in. Jonia tries to cash her check, but the cashier asks for her ID, which she doesn't have. Desperate and scared, Jonia pulls out the gun and begs them to just cash her check. The bank staff panic and call the police, who surround the bank. The police and reporters come, and soon, the whole city hears about Jonia. She explains to the detective on the phone that she's not trying to rob the bank. She just wants her paycheck so she can buy medicine and food for her daughter. The detective, Raymond, listens and tries to help. People outside, who have heard Jonia's story, begin to support her and shout, "Free Jonia!" The detective promises to find the police officer who threatened Jonia. After proving the officer is gone, Jonia agrees to let the hostages go. The bank manager, Nicole, promises to take care of Maria if Jonia goes to jail. Before Jonia surrenders, she gets a phone call from her mother and learns that Maria has died in the hospital. Jonia is devastated. Nicole comforts her, and together, they leave the bank and surrender to the police, with the crowd still cheering for Jonia.